The studio lights of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert blazed down, casting a warm glow over the sleek set, as the audience's applause roared a chaotic mix of cheers and scattered boos. John Neely Kennedy, the Republican senator from Louisiana, strode onto the stage with the measured confidence of a man who'd faced tougher crowds than this. His silver hair caught the light, and his navy suit, crisp but unpretentious, matched the folksy charm he was known for. He flashed a quick, disarming smile, the kind that could put a room at ease or throw an opponent off balance. The audience, a patchwork of curious onlookers, die-hard Colbert fans, and a smattering of Kennedy supporters, settled into a tense hush as he took his seat across from the host. Stephen Colbert, leaning forward with his trademark half-smile, adjusted his glasses, his eyes glinting with the sharp intent of a prosecutor ready to pounce. The air crackled with anticipation. This wasn't just an interview. It was a showdown, and everyone in the room knew it. For weeks, buzz had built around Kennedy's appearance. His blunt, often colorful rhetoric had made him a lightning rod in a polarized America, and Colbert, never one to shy from a fight, had promised to hold his feet to the fire. "Senator Kennedy, welcome to the show." Colbert began, his voice smooth but laced with a challenge. "You've been making waves, sir, with some pretty bold statements. I gotta ask, do you think your style, all that fiery talk, is bringing people together, or just tearing us apart?" The question landed like a jab, and a ripple of laughter mixed with murmurs ran through the crowd. Kennedy tilted his head, his smile unwavering, and leaned back in his chair, hands resting lightly on his lap, like a man sizing up a chessboard. "Stephen, I appreciate the warm welcome," he said, his Louisiana drawl rolling out slow and deliberate, each word dripping with the cadence of a Southern storyteller. "But let's get one thing straight. I don't talk to divide folks. I talk to wake 'em up. Down in Louisiana, we don't sugarcoat things. We call a spade a spade. And right now, this country's got a heap of problems that need plain talk, not fancy speeches." A pocket of the audience clapped, a few whoops rising from the back, but others shifted uncomfortably, sensing the fight brewing. Colbert raised an eyebrow, not letting the moment slip. "Plain talk, huh? I like that. But, Senator, some of your plain talk, like when you said the media's about as useful as a screen door on a submarine, sounds like you're not just calling out problems but picking fights. You're a senator, not a talk show host. Don't you think dismissing the press like that undermines the very system you're sworn to protect?" The audience leaned in, the silence heavy, waiting for Kennedy's move. He chuckled a low, rumbling sound and leaned forward, his eyes locking onto Colbert's. "Stephen, you're a funny guy, but you're twisting my words like a pretzel. I don't dismiss the press. I dismiss the nonsense. Folks back home, they don't trust a lot of what they see on TV or read in them big city papers. Why? 'Cause too many outlets stopped reporting and started preaching. Down in Baton Rouge, I got a friend runs a bait shop, name's Tommy. Tommy don't need some anchor in a suit telling him what to think. He needs facts, not spin. When I call out the media, I'm standing up for Tommy and millions like him who just want the truth, not a sermon." The crowd erupted, some clapping fiercely, others booing a woman in the front row, shouting, "Tell it, Senator," while another shook her head, muttering under her breath. Colbert tapped his desk, his smile tightening clearly, not ready to let Kennedy off the hook. "Okay, Senator, I hear you. You're standing up for Tommy. But let's talk about something specific. You've supported moves to limit who gets access to certain government briefings, saying it's about weeding out fake news. That sounds like controlling the narrative to me. How's that any different from silencing voices you just don't like? The question was a gut punch, and the audience gasped, a few claps ringing out from the liberal side. Kennedy didn't flinch. He leaned back, crossing one leg over the other, his expression calm, but his eyes sharp as a hawk's. "Stephen, you're trying to paint me as some kind of dictator, and that dog won't hunt. Look, I believe in a free press same as you. But freedom don't mean a free pass to twist facts or push agendas. When we say some outlets don't get a seat at the table, it ain't 'cause we don't like 'em. It's 'cause they're playing a game, not doing their job. Americans are smart. They can smell a rat a mile away. If a news outlet's more interested in clicks than truth, why should we waste time with them? We're not silencing anybody. We're just saying, bring your A-game or stay home." A wave of applause rolled through the studio, louder this time, though the boos were just as fierce, creating a cacophony that made the air feel electric. Colbert leaned forward, undeterred, his voice rising slightly. "Bring your A-game, Senator. That sounds like a nice way of saying you get to pick who's in and who's out. You're a public servant, not a bouncer at a nightclub. The press isn't perfect, I'll give you that. But they're the ones asking questions, so the public, your friend Tommy included, knows what's going on. When you limit access, aren't you really just